After Rick Ross stunned the world by announcing a high-budget BMF film to rival 50 Cent series, 50 struck back hard, reminding everyone who the real boss is, by filing a bombshell $8 million lawsuit against Ross, claiming exclusive rights to Big Meech's life story and shutting down the competition in the most savage way possible. Just when people thought Rick Ross had snatched the crown with his jaw-dropping BMF film announcement, the tables turned faster than anyone expected. Rick Ross thought he had the last laugh. After being dragged online, mocked by Charleston White, clowned by 50 Cent, and written off by hip-hop culture as washed, he bounced back with a power move that stunned the industry. A full-fledged BMF movie, allegedly outshining the budget of 50 Cent's entire Star series. The streets went wild. Film production began. Ross was on Instagram, showing off private sets, drone footage, luxury cars, exclusive cameos, and even teasing secret collaborations. Everyone from bloggers to mainstream media started calling it the beginning of the end for 50 Cent's reign in urban storytelling. But what Rick Ross didn't count on was that Curtis 50 Cent Jackson is not the kind of man you cross in a game he helped build. 50 Cent had been watching, quietly, calculating, while Ross was celebrating and dropping behind-the-scenes snippets like a boss. 50 was assembling legal pit bulls behind the scenes. And then, boom, the news dropped. A lawsuit, not just any lawsuit, a $8 million legal nuke dropped straight on Rick Ross's BMF movie dreams. The lawsuit, filed in federal court, accuses Ross of illegally producing and profiting off a story that he doesn't have the rights to tell. That's right. 50 Cent is claiming that he alone holds exclusive life rights to Big Meech's story, which he acquired through his partnership with Meech's family and signed agreements, making any attempt by Ross to tell that story a direct violation of intellectual property law. This isn't just a petty celebrity feud anymore. This is now a legal war with millions at stake, reputations on the line, and one of the most legendary street empires, BMF, as the battleground. Court documents reveal that 50's legal team is accusing Ross of knowingly exploiting the likeness, name, and life events of Demetrius Big Meech Flannery without proper authorization. They allege that Ross, in a desperate move to revive his career and undermine the narrative shaped by the legitimate rights holders, began producing a competing BMF project despite being warned through back channels not to do so. But Ross, ever the rogue entrepreneur, allegedly ignored the warnings, and now he's in deep. 50 Cent's legal move is being seen as a masterstroke. While Ross may have caught the culture off guard with flash and noise, 50 came in with the paperwork. And if there's one thing 50 Cent has mastered beyond entertainment, it's the art of control. This man has sued everyone from his own baby mama to giant corporations. He once filed for bankruptcy just to dodge an $18 million payout, only to bounce back richer than ever. He doesn't play games, he wins them. And in this case, he's pulling rank. Let's break down the real power move here. 50 Cent's claim to Big Meech's life rights isn't just a casual verbal agreement. It's a binding legal contract, allegedly signed and notarized with Big Meech's approval from behind bars. This deal granted 50 exclusive creative authority over portrayal of Meech's life across TV, film, and digital platforms. That's why the Star's BMF series was greenlit. And that's why Lil Meech, the son of Big Meech, was cast as the lead. This wasn't just a casting choice. It was a family endorsement. And now, 50 is using that endorsement to swing the legal hammer down hard. The $8 million figure in the lawsuit isn't arbitrary. According to 50's team, that's the estimated value of damages they expect Ross's unauthorized film could cause, not only in profits but in brand dilution, confusion to market, and interference with future licensing deals. 50's team is asking for an emergency injunction to halt Ross's production immediately. That means cameras off, actors offset, production teams shut down, cold. If the courts side with 50, this could destroy Rick Ross's entire film project overnight. And here's where things get even crazier. Ross responded. Not in court, not through lawyers, but in typical Rosie fashion. On Instagram, he posted a clip of himself in a Maybach, sipping Belaire, laughing at the lawsuit, calling it desperation in its finest form. He said, "The boss don't need permission to tell the truth. I don't need your green light, Curtis." Bold words. But bold words don't stop court orders. Behind the scenes, insiders are saying Ross's legal team is scrambling. It turns out the rights to BMF's story are more complicated than they appear. While Ross may have sourced his script from other former associates of the BMF crew, he may not have obtained any official licensing rights from the Flannery family. That's the key point in 50's case. And if it holds, the lawsuit could not only freeze Ross's film, but could force him to pay millions in damages, penalties, and possibly issue a public retraction. Meanwhile, the hip-hop world is split. Some are riding with Rosie, calling 50 a gatekeeper, trying to block another man's vision. Others say 50 is doing exactly what a boss should do, protect his empire. Even Charleston White, the man who helped ignite this firestorm by mocking Ross in the first place, went live and said, Rick Ross tried to play gangster in Hollywood, and 50 reminded him who really runs this. DJ Envy and Charlemagne discussed it on The Breakfast Club, saying this might be the final nail in Ross's movie dream. But let's not forget the biggest figure in all of this, Big Meech himself.